Okay, so I'm going to run through the practicals of the Foundational Wellness Kit that you've received, and hopefully that you've kind of opened the box already, and so you will have your box of VMG plus. If you bought the whole package, you're going to have your top 10 essential oils. You're going to get that. You're going to have that. This, by the way, these are the sachets that are inside this box. And then you're going to get your PB Restore, probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics. And you're going to get your, you're going to have your E omegas. So this is what you get with your Foundational Wellness Bundle. So you're going to have this. Hopefully you've opened it up already. If you haven't, go ahead and open that up and get yourself a glass of water. You can have a shaker bottle. Some of you, I sometimes use a shaker bottle. I'm just on the road. You can see my motorcycle helmet in the background. I'm still out on the road. I'll be back in Calgary in the next day. But this is what I do on the road, and this is the stuff that I take and I use 24/7. Top 10 essential oils. I'm actually making the videos of each one of those at the moment, so I'm not going to cover those in this video. Literally what this is going to be is the opening of the box of your VMG, what you're going to do with it. And before I do that, I'm just going to run through just a reminder. If you've been in one of my classes, I've spoken through all of this already, but what we're doing here is, I've got the computer right here, so if I keep looking down, you'll understand why. We're talking about the bottom of the iceberg. If you've done a class, you'll have remembered that visual picture of the bottom of the iceberg. We're going to take care of our bodies at a molecular level, you know, so we're going to make sure that we give our bodies the best opportunity to be healthy, to repair themselves, to heal, and then go from that to optimum wellness. So we do that as a molecular level. We do that at a molecular level. So here we go. Through the whole system, I'm not going to talk through the whole process that we did in the class. If you haven't done a class, so you've got this box, you want to go ahead and do a class, let me know and I'll tell you where the classes are. But remember that I'm passionate about this because the essential oils and the products from doTERRA have truly revolutionized and changed my life. And it's something that I believe that every single one of us can enjoy, and that we can have as a resource, so that we can enjoy our wellness no matter what age we're at, no matter what stage we're at. We can enjoy that. Remember too, if you've been in a class, only 6.8% of North Americans have optimal cardiometabolic health. Now that's really, really sad. I consider myself to be one in that 6.8% for my age group. I work out all the time. I make sure I eat well, I eat clean. I do have my apple pies and my treats every now and then, and that's quite okay. But this is what I do. And I make sure that I'm supplementing my body, my system, because I'm working it hard. And I'm spending a lot of energy. I'm getting a lot of my calories burned. So I feed myself, I fuel myself. I talk about hydration, I talk about nutrition, then I talk about supplementation. Those are the things I love talking about. But on top of all that I do, this is the supplementation part. And this is the part that I truly cannot live without, and none of us can really. I mean, we get by without it, but this is where we thrive. So we're gonna have VMG, PB Restore, not PB Assist, PB Restore. You'll have PB Assist if you've got the LLV package, and I'll talk about that one too in a different video. And then your E omegas, which is your omega-3s, your omega-6s, it's your fish oils, your oils. Absolutely imperative that we have those as well. We have the opportunity to change our health. Remember, I showed you the wellness pyramid, and that starts off with nutrition and supplementation right at the very bottom, because if we don't have that, doesn't matter how hard we work out, we can't fuel ourselves. Our body's going to pack up, and they're going to disintegrate and break down. So fueling properly is absolutely important. So nutrition, I talk a lot about protein, healthy fats, and the carbs that we need. Protein is the big one that I personally talk about a lot. We need that. We have to have that. We have to have that in a good form. And then that's the nutrition. So we got to make sure we take care of that. but this is the supplementation part of that same bottom of the iceberg, the same bottom in the pyramid. And this is the part that really gives us what we're lacking in all the fruit and vegetables that we eat today, all the food that we buy today. Whatever we buy is nutrient deficient because we have overtaxed the earth. We put chemicals into the earth. We've really not done a good job with regenerative farming, and particularly for the masses. And we've not done the earth a service. I'm not going to get into that too much. So we're lacking in the nutrients that we need to have so our bodies can perform optimally. Now, I truly believe that our bodies are made to heal, and they want to heal themselves if we feed them the correct stuff. Now, granted, there are times where they can't, that we need intervention, and we're grateful for that intervention. But there's so much that we can do to take care of our bodies before we ever get to hopefully even negate that intervention possibility. Nutrition, digestion, and as you well know, I'm a personal trainer as well, so the next part to me is always an equally important part, and that's the exercise and metabolism. Muscle mass is, along with nutrition and good digestive supplementation, along with all of that, is the importance of exercise, because those two things alone are a huge defense against ailments and diseases and sicknesses and things that want to come across our way and take us out. So exercise, absolutely love it. I can't encourage it enough. We're not going to talk about that right now. That's not this is what we're talking about, because you've just got your package. So what we're going to do is, I've got my glasses. You want to grab your glass out. I've got my glass. There's two ways to do this. I'll just drop my lid on the floor. So because I'm traveling, I don't really have all the normal stuff that I have at home, but you know what, anything's doable, and you just find a way to do it and you make it happen. So this is a mason jar, and I had some freeze-dried fruit in there, so I kept it for this purpose, because I need a bottle that I can put my greens in and shake it up. The other thing that you can use is just one of those little frothers, milk frothers, or that little buzzer, the little mixer that's got the little wire whisk at the bottom. I have one here, but it's charging. So for now, what I'm going to do is just put it in the mason jar. So you're going to grab, this is once a day. If you've got LLV, I use LLV as well. For those of you who've done my class, you'll know that I use both. I don't use them both at the same time. I don't use them both on the same day. Depending on what I'm doing, I'll use one. So I'm demonstrating this now, but I'll use LLV when I'm traveling as well, because it's so much easier. If I'm on the road, just pop the pills, drink some water, and you're gone, and you're on the bike again. So here I am. This is what's going to happen in the morning. All right, now you can take it with food, you can take it before food, you can take it after food. It is whole food, so it's really, really convenient. Put that in there in the water. Now you can put a whole glass of water, you can put 250 mils, you can put 500 mils of water, it doesn't really matter. And you're gonna pop the lid on there, give it a good shake up. Now, this tastes like a green smoothie. It's really, really fantastic, and once a day. That's all you need, is once a day. Why is that? Remember the liposomal technology that we talked about at the workshop. It is absolutely amazing. The use of essential oils in this product gives our bodies the absolute best opportunity to have the maximum absorption that it can have, and the maximum endurance in our bodily system. And so that's a beautiful thing that we have at doTERRA with the supplements that we provide, is that liposomal technology. And that's why I always recommend this one. And this is the one from the US. Having said that, remember, I take both, because the LLV is absolutely an amazing product. It just doesn't have the liposomal technology, because this is the new stuff. So, and there we go. That is it. That is VMG mixed up in some water. And it's really, really good. Once a day. And you're getting all your vitamins, nutrients, and minerals and greens in here. And that is truly outstanding. Now, the benefit of this and the cost benefit of this, if you look at what we're paying for this and you get the other products out there, if you have to But everything that's in here, if you put that in a cart separately, if you go out shopping, put it in a cart separately, you're going to pay a lot more money for what you got. So this is such an incredible deal that we get. It's really good. It's a fantastic, refreshing drink. And honestly, as I ride around and as I do the things that I do, this is what keeps me going. It's the bottom of the iceberg. And so I do protein stuff and I do a whole bunch of other stuff because when I work out, I actually need to feed myself a whole lot more. But this is what happens right at the bottom and right at the beginning. And it truly is. It just makes everything work so well. And then the next thing I'm on to is the E-omegas. All right, so the E-omegas again is once a day, but I'm doing 3 of these things. So you could do, I mean, you can have more than that if you want to, but in this bottle there's a month's supply once a day. And you'll take 3 of these little guys. That's what they look like. They're really awesome. And you can chew it. You can actually pop it in your mouth and chew it. You can swallow it if you want to, but it's got wild orange in there. And it's really good. It's really fantastic. I had one person at a workshop say to me, hey, how do we give it to our kids? Because they don't want omega-3s, they don't want fish oil. And I'm like, just pop it in your mouth and burst it and see, and you tell me. And so they did. Put it in their mouth and like, the kids would actually like this. And then what I do with the is once you've bursted, you've got this shell stuff. I just treat it like a gummy. It's cool. Treat it like a gummy. So it's my omega-3 gummy that I have. And 3 of those a day is actually fantastic, and that's really good for brain health, good for heart health, good for or so many things, because it's omegas, and we need the good fatty acids in our system. So good balance of vitamin 3. Let's just see what else is there. EPA, DHA. Obviously, these are the things that's good for mood and health. So it's real brain functioning. Eye health, good for eye health. Joint, great for lubricating the joints. Reduced inflammation, heart health, and brain function. And I know for heart health, there are some pretty good stats out here, and one is the decreased diastolic blood pressure. And obviously that's the one that they're talking about when they say, hey, you got high blood pressure, you need to do something about it. Well, pop some of these, start working on that, start getting yourself into a regimen of omega-3s, and you'll find that it will pretty certainly, there's no guarantees, remember, about anything. We're not allowed to make any claims, and I'm not making any claims, but the reality is this is what our body thrives off and heals with. So decreased diastolic blood pressure, and then decreased resting heart rate, and we know that both of those are good to decrease those. So that's the benefit of the omega-3s. And then so we do 3 of those a day. Doesn't matter what time of day you do those. And then your PB Restore. Now this product is truly this is truly outstanding. Now, if you've got the LLV, you won't have PB Restore. You can have PB Assisted. It's an incredible product. This has got the Duro Cap, and so this is going to release the probiotics deep into the second part of the gut. Now, let me just go to that screen here quickly. I think it's going to be. It's not the probiotics, sorry. The probiotics, we feed the probiotics into the first part of the gut, and then we have prebiotics, and this has both the pro and the prebiotics, but this also has the postbiotics, and the postbiotics is what goes deep into the gut. The body will make its own postbiotics, and so PB Assist is going to give, if you've got PB Assist, don't be stressed because it's still fantastic. It's going to give you your prebiotics, it's going to give you your probiotics, and your body's going to be able to make the postbiotics. But this goes further and says, hey, I'm going to actually give you more postbiotics as well. And that's what this does. So this is such a good product. And this is once a day. I would suggest that you take, where it's recommended that you take this with a meal, not hotter than body temperature. So you take it with something, 20 minutes before a meal, but with a liquid that's not hot. Sorry, let me straighten that out. 20 minutes before a meal, with a liquid that's not hotter than body temperature. And that's really the recommended way to do it, because you want this shell to last as long as it needs to in the correct environment. And so body temperature, water, or whatever liquid you're taking it with about 20 minutes before mealtime. And only one a day. You only need one a day, and it doesn't really matter what time of day you are going to take that. Sometimes it's easier just in the morning, just get everything done and you're set for the day. Literally, once you get set up and going, you can be done in 2 minutes, and that's your supplementation done for the day. And then, in my opinion, you're off to the gym. Well, you may not be. You might be off to work. You may be out going for a bike ride like I'm doing. There's a whole bunch of things that you could be doing, but the reality is this is the foundation of your day. Again, I'm going through these essential oils bit by bit. You'll see my videos come out. I've made 3 essential oil videos already, and they've all been on the trip. And so you'll see my hair is kind of done a little bit better now, but you'll see on some of the original videos, there's going to be like this massive hairdo because my helmet's just been pulled off, and I've got the hairdo, and I've been on the bike for hours and hours. Anyway, those will come out. So that's it from me for this video, and I will get onto the LLV. So if you're an LLV user, then, and it's the Canadian product, so let me just differentiate. This is the one that comes from the US, and we are hoping to get this into Canada. So you can still buy it if you're in Canada. You can still get this product. We just get it from the US. But we're hoping to have it here in the first quarter of next year, and then the LLV product that we have, which again is what I've used for about almost 10 years now. Again, I'm still using in combination with this one, is what we can get in Canada as well. So we can have both of those products. Okay, and I think that is it. And if you're watching this video and you don't use these products, but you're like very interested, absolutely give me a shout. DarrenClark.com. You can go there, and it's my photography website, but you can get my contact information. My email is info@DarrenClark.com. You can email me and say, hey, I checked out the video, or just respond on wherever you saw this and put a comment on the message, and I will get back to you with how you can get this and how you can start working with it. Such an amazing product. It's been life-changing for me, life-changing for many, many people that I know, and lots of amazingly good stories. So yeah, let's get on with using our products and getting our stories and getting our health back on track. And you will hear from me again, and hopefully I'll hear from you. Have a good one.